There was a morning last winter where I just couldn't get out of bed. Not because I was physically sick, but because I was done. Emails piling up, notifications lighting up my phone like a Christmas tree, half-finished projects staring me in the face. 100 tabs open on my browser, none of them useful, all of them screaming for attention. I wasn't depressed, but I wasn't alive either. It was like my brain was foggy, my willpower shot. And the worst part? No one around me saw it. I still looked productive, still showed up, still smiled. But inside, I was crumbling. Burnout doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it just feels like a quiet death, happening in slow motion. That same night, after doom scrolling through reels of people who seemed to have it all together, I randomly clicked on a quote someone had posted. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke. Marcus Aurelius. At first, it felt like a fortune cookie, but something about it stuck, so I started digging. And that's how I stumbled into Stoicism. Not as a philosophy, not as a bunch of old Roman guys writing boring stuff, but as a toolbox, a set of hacks for the human soul. Because here's the truth. Millennials, especially men, are being crushed under the weight of shoulds. You should be successful by now. You should be married, wealthy, confident, in shape. You should be unfazed by all this chaos. But no one ever taught us how to actually live. No one gave us a playbook for resilience. So I want to share what Stoicism gave me. 4 simple shifts that pulled me out of that fog. Hack number 1, the obstacle is the way. Back then, I was obsessed with fixing my burnout. I thought rest, productivity hacks, or deleting social media would magically make it go away. But I read something from Epictetus that hit me. People are not disturbed by things, but by the view they take of them. It forced me to stop seeing burnout as something to eliminate and start seeing it as a signal. Burnout wasn't the enemy. It was feedback. It was telling me I was living out of alignment, saying yes to everything, trying to be everything, and worst of all, chasing validation, not values. So I asked myself, what if this obstacle was my compass? That single thought changed everything. I stopped running. I started listening. Hack number 2, control the controllables. One morning I was sitting in traffic, late again, overthinking everything. And I realized how much of my energy was being spent on stuff I had zero control over. The client who ghosted me, the algorithm that tanked my post. Even the economy, I was carrying it like it was my personal burden. That's when I came across this mental model the Stoics used, called the dichotomy of control. It's brutally simple. There are things you control and things you don't. And your entire happiness depends on knowing the difference. Now, I literally carry this on a sticky note in my wallet. Not up to me equals not worth my peace. Try it. When something triggers you, ask, is this mine to carry? If the answer is no, drop it. Hack number 3, practice voluntary discomfort. Okay, this one sounds weird. I started taking cold showers, not because I wanted to be a biohacker, but because Seneca once wrote, set aside a certain number of days where you live on the bare minimum. Eat little, wear rough clothes. Ask yourself, is this the condition I feared? See, most of our anxiety comes from imagined fears. We obsess over losing comfort, losing money, losing status. So I began choosing discomfort on purpose. Skipping meals, walking instead of driving, saying no more. And you know what happened? I got stronger, not just physically, but mentally. Because every time I did something hard on purpose, my brain learned, you can survive this. You don't need as much as you think. That lesson? It's armor. Hack number 4, memento mori. There's a bracelet I wear now. It says memento mori. Remember, you must die. Sounds dark, right? But hear me out. I was at a friend's funeral. We were the same age. He died in a car accident. Just gone, no warning. It shook me. We always think we have time to start the side hustle, to apologize, to get fit, to call our mom. But we don't. The Stoics didn't meditate on death to be morbid. They did it to wake up, to make now matter. So I started asking myself daily, if this was your last week alive, would you spend it like this? Would I still be refreshing my inbox? Still be saying yes to crap I hate? Nah. That question, it burned away the noise, helped me cut through the fog and see what's real. Now listen, this isn't a story about me becoming some stoic monk. I still mess up, still scroll, still complain, but I'm less lost. I don't wait for motivation anymore. I anchor myself in values. I don't chase peace, I practice it. And when the burnout creeps back in, I don't panic. I breathe, I listen. And I remind myself, this isn't a breakdown. It's a breakthrough in disguise. If that hit home, don't just listen. Practice one of these today. Start small. Start real. And if you want more Stoic wisdom like this, hit subscribe. We go deep here.